What's going on, guys? It is Gorilla here, and I'm here today with episode 12 of Road to a Champion. As you can see on the screen, we're 29 wins with 10 games to go. So this is for weekend 4 of December. We have one more weekend in this month, and then after. So in the next episode, you'll see where I finish monthly. I think we're currently top 10 or something, depending on how many wins we do finish off in this episode. But yeah, 28 games. We've lost 2. I think I was on 18 and 2 at one point, so I've done pretty decent to try and win 10 games in a row. This is my team, rocking with Ronaldo, Griezmann, George Best, Ruud, Gullit, Vieira, Pogba, Sandro, Laurent Blanc, Chris Smalling, Kyle Walker, and De Gea with Neymar on the bench with Sanchez and 5 unbelievable bronze players. So yeah, if you want any cheap Xbox Live or PSN codes, the link will be down below to G2A, so make sure you go check that out. But in this video, in this episode, I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently. Rather than me trying to do a bit of commentary over the gameplay, I'm going to be answering some of your questions that you guys did leave me in the previous Road to a Champion. So if you want one of your questions asked, all you got to do is put question with a dash, and then obviously following with your question, and I'll try my best to answer yours in the next episode. So starting off, we have a question from Richard, who asked, do you only play FIFA during the weekend leagues, or do you play throughout the week too? So last FIFA, I used to play FIFA more or less every day, give or take. Just playing seasons. In fact, I think I didn't lose a division title in the last FIFA, so that just shows how much. I mean, it doesn't actually show because I could have just played one, to be honest. But last FIFA, I played, I think, over 120 division titles, and that's the only really much practice I did get, just because there was only that and draft. I played quite a lot of draft and friendly matches against other pros and online tournaments, but mainly seasons to get the practice in, and then going into online tournaments, etc., to get the better practicing against the pro players. But with FIFA 17, as you do know, you have the FUT Champions, which is 40 games more or less over the weekend from Friday 7 AM till Monday 7 AM. So I think that's 72 hours, isn't it? Yeah. So the answer to the question is yes and no. Yes, I do, but not as much as I used to, or I should even. So I think come the new year, I need to focus a bit more on the game. I feel like I'm slacking a little bit. There's nothing that puts me apart from other players, I think. So with FUT Champions being 40 games each weekend, it kind of drains me, kind of makes me not motivated to then go and play more games. So I think to myself, right, do I go and play more games? So I'll play the odd seasons game here and there, but I need to be playing once the weekend league finishes straight from Monday or at least Tuesday, get at least one division title in, so 8 games, 10 games, whatever it may be. And then, yeah, just go from there. Because if I'm just playing the weekend league and I'm playing 1 or 2 matches, or 5 matches, let's say, before the next weekend league, I'm not getting a practice in, so my practice is just a FUT Champions. So, to answer the question in short, I do, but not as much as I used to or should. But I'll definitely advise you guys, if you want to improve, try and stay consistent in FUT Champions, or obviously improve your standing, then definitely play. Try and make your way to Division 1, try and sustain it, and if not, obviously try and win it as well. So yeah, I definitely recommend playing in the midweek to then obviously try and better yourself. So heading into the next question, we have a question from, I think it's E-E-R-O. I'm going to try and pronounce this. Obviously you guys know I'm not the best at pronunciations, but I'm going to go with Aero. Eero sounds right. Question from Eero says, how big effect does custom tactics have on your game? I've seen this question pop up a few times, like what does custom tactics do? Does it actually change anything? And the simple answer is I don't know. The numbers I give you, the numbers I use, the numbers that you know I use in the custom tactics, like the pressure, the passing, I don't know what all of them do, apart from the defense. Obviously the pressure is pretty much common sense, aggression, team width, cover, etc. But like the passing, the speed, etc., I don't know what it actually affects in game. Like how, if I put passing on 15 and then go and change it to 100, like, would I actually be able to tell what happens in the game? I don't know. Personally, I don't think it makes that much of a difference, but in the competitive scene, if it's going to give you that slight advantage, and then you're going to have to do it. You have to be for it and try it. But personally, I see the difference. I'm not sure what the difference is. I just improve as a player, play better because of tactics I've used. I didn't just put some random numbers in and play it, like stick with it. I put some numbers in, what I done last FIFA, switched a few numbers around, dropped the pressure down a tiny little bit and the shooting and that, and just played with random custom tactics until I felt it clicked. continue using them custom tactics, and then, yeah, they're the custom tactics I use to this date. So obviously, the tactics I use won't necessarily make you a better player, won't necessarily work for you, but I highly recommend and suggest that if you're struggling or you think you're missing something, trust me, try custom tactics, because the default tactic has offside traps. So everybody should be going into the custom tactics section, switching offside trap to cover, and that will hopefully give you a bit of a more solid defense. But yeah, have a mess around. Whether I wouldn't mess around in the FUT Champions, but maybe some online single matches, the seasons, whatever you want to do. But definitely have a try around. But how big effect does it have? I think it has a big enough effect to warrant a try to use it. So I definitely recommend doing it. So the next question is from Dylan. Question is, who's your favourite player to use on this game if you had to pick one to use in all of your squads? So as you've seen my squad at the start of the game, start of the video, sorry, I had Hullet, Best, Vieira, Ronaldo, Griezmann. In the attacking third, obviously had Pogba, and then obviously had Neymar on the bench. Last FIFA, I'd have to say 83 Griezmann or Neymar. Like, them two are on another level. Neymar last FIFA was probably the best player I've ever used on any FIFA. This FIFA is really good, but this weekend, something hasn't clicked. So I'm probably going to get rid of Neymar and bring in Messi or someone. Who's your favourite player to use on this game if you had to pick one to use in all your squads? That's interesting. It's hard to say, because if I go and say Griezmann, does that mean I can't go and use Ronaldo? But it always seems, obviously the top players always have Ronaldo. I think everybody's aim is to then own a Ronaldo in any FIFA. That's kind of the play you kind of aim for. So, I don't know. It's going to be between George Best, Griezmann, Ronaldo. I'm going to say George Best. Yeah, George Best is on another level for me. I mean, if I remember for next weekend, since it's the last weekend in December, I'll show you all my player stats, and you'll see my record with George Best as a cam. Like, it's really decent. I think it is anyway, especially for a cam. He has 93 finishing. Like, for a cam, that's so vital. Like, you can have a finesse shot outside the box, a long shot outside the box. In the box is clinical, even a free kick. He can do crosses, whatever. But he just has everything. His agility. I think he has 4-star weak foot as well. He has 4-star skills, which is important. But I think the weak foot as well definitely chips into the fact of him being a really good player. But if you're on Xbox, 100% recommend George Best. I don't think there's anybody like him, especially in the cam position. I definitely recommend using him. So, heading to the next question, Momo G asks, why did you start with a 4-3-2 on an in-game switch to 4-1-2-1-2 narrows? So, for a few people that don't know, the reason, I mean, I'm assuming most of you do know, because I've been doing YouTube for about a year now, and I've kind of explained it, but for the new people around here, or the people that don't know, the reason I started with 4-3-2-1 is because I want to start with George Best, I want to start with Ronaldo, and then I want to switch the formation in-game to the formation I'm comfortable with and the formation I want to use, so my players get full chemistry. So if I put Best in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow as a cam, I'll have 2 or 3 chemistry. With Ronaldo at front, he'll have 7 chemistry. I can't play with anybody off chemistry. It's not possible. My players feel absolutely shocking. I can't do it. So in a 4-3-2-1, George Best gets 10 chemistry as a right forward. Ronaldo gets 10 chemistry as a left forward. And therefore, in-game, when I switch it to 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, 3 at the back, 5 at the back, whatever formation it may be in-game, they stay as 10 chemistry. EA have said it's 10 chemistry. I've always known it's been 10 chemistry before they even announced it. But apparently the subs are 6.5 chemistry, 6.25, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like the subs are still 10 chem. They feel unbelievable to me. I don't know. Obviously, EA have came out and said it's 6.25, but I'm going to have to disagree with that one. But, you know, if they say it is, then it is. But, yeah, to answer the question is, I want to start with everyone full chemistry, and then when I switch in game, they still get the full 10 chemistry. So, yeah, hopefully that is answered that question. So we're coming up to the end of the video shortly. I think we've got 2 more games. So I think we have 1 more question to answer. So the next one is going to be from Reese and YouTube. Yeah, it's R1Y6AN. I don't know how to pronounce that because it has numbers in it. But the question is, I see that you finish most of your shots across the keeper. What type of shot do you use when you do that? So when I do an across the keeper long shot or across the keeper shot in general, I just press B. It's as simple as that. I don't really do anything else. I have this weekend tried quite a lot of driven shots, which is a double tap B. So you press B to put the power on it, and then you press B straight afterwards into the bottom corner, whichever your choice. But it took me a while to adjust to it and get used to it. But yeah, normally I just press B, hit it across keeper, and yeah, it normally goes in. That's the way to score this FIFA, is across the keeper. 9 times out of 10 they'll go in, unless you're playing Jack Butland. I think we all know it ain't going to go in. But also front post, if you put power on the front post, trust me, they will go in. Front post is still here. You just need to put that little bit more power in, so it goes in the top corner rather than the bottom corner. But yeah, hopefully I answered some of your questions. Obviously, I'll keep answering them in the future episodes. So make sure you ask me down below in the comments with the question. So make sure you put question with the dash and then the question, so I can easily find it and hopefully include it in the next video. So yeah, there we go. We won our last 10 games. We did finish on 38 and 2. I was about to say 0. And we finished 14 in the leaderboard. This month's been weird. This month, obviously, is not a regional qualifier for anybody, actually. So I haven't been concentrating as much. I've been in parties, talking while playing. Somewhat concentration has obviously gone, because I'm talking, but I'm disappointed with myself. I haven't hit a 40 yet. I haven't hit a 40 in a while. 39, I can't remember if I hit that. I can't remember. I've done it once this. Have I done it once this month? I don't think I have, actually, have I? I'll have to double check after the video. I can't remember the last time I hit a 39 or a 40. So yeah, this month's just a practice month. I've said it a few times now. Regionals isn't until January, so January you'll hopefully see 1 or 2 40s out of me. That's the aim, as I need to get as many wins as possible to qualify for the second regionals if need be. But yeah, finished 14th, so you can expect the 4 100k packs, the 1 Ultimate Team of the Week pack on Thursday. I'm not sure what Team of the Week we're looking at. Obviously, as I'm recording this, I think the Monday games have been played, so I'll have to have a look and hopefully hope for the best players. But yeah, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and remember to leave me a comment with a question down below, and I'll try my best to answer in the next video. But until next time, guys, bye bye.